Welcome to Stormy Willow, where we explore the paranormal, celebrate the odd, and never trust the living. I'm your host, Sarah.
I'm your host, Adele.
Well, happy St. Pat's.
We also have the spring equinox on the 20th.
Yes.
So,
I have to say that it's so funny that we have such a dark podcast and I love the sun so much. But I feel like just hearing the birds and seeing the sun return is about all I got to hold on to. No, I have a lot to hold on to. Well, unless I get, right now I'm just waiting to get kidnapped by Gerald the dolphin at this point.
oh,
No, I know that would be your personal worst nightmare because you hate the ocean, but I can do some building, underwater building. I hope you guys are enjoying our 50 states of strange. Today's episode is another crazy fun haunt. So grab a soda, grab a snack, grab a green beer, and let me tell you about Delaware. Good old
Delaware.
Delaware. I feel like Delaware is another one of those states that I just don't really think much about. Like, no offense,
I
like if you're
don't,
from Delaware,
can you name
like,
a city from Delaware? Well, you maybe can. You just researched it. I can't think
but
of a single city from Delaware.
yeah, like if you would have asked me that before this, then yeah, no, I couldn't tell you anything about Delaware really, except for, I mean, I really can't think of anything I could tell you about Delaware.
No, I really can't. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, yeah. But after this podcast, you're gonna know so much about Delaware. So let's start with the not so creepy facts first. So before we dive into the ghost and the legends, here's just some fun
I've
facts.
been with Gerald.
Dive in with Gerald. Oh my, we need to do that. We need to add that. TM, dive in with Gerald. That's what we'll call the fun facts.
Mhm.
And if you haven't seen that and you don't know what we're talking about, if you're taking a break from the internet, I get it. But yeah, this guy claims that he was kidnapped by dolphins, taken underground to do some
Like a
underground building for
city
them.
to help build
Build,
in Atlantis, like city
yes.
for a couple days.
So that's what we're talking about. In case you're like, I don't understand. Like, who's Gerald? Like, are you okay?
It's a
That's
Florida man story. Need we say more?
yeah, yeah. But Gerald was the head honcho dolphin, so calling all the shots.
Yeah.
Just such Gerald energy. Well, let's talk about how Delaware. You ready for this? It was the first state to ratify the U.S. Constitution in 1787.
Okay.
And because of that, Delaware likes to call itself the first state.
Okay, that's fair.
So, I
You
mean,
can back
yeah,
that up. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's definitely fair. Now, Delaware is the second smallest state in the U.S. It's only larger than, can you guess? Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah, I mean,
Hawaii.
like that really kind of puts like how small it is in perspective.
Delaware's that
Like
small? I,
Delaware is that
I
small.
was thinking it was
And
big. I don't know why.
I know. I don't know why. I never really thought of. I just never really thought of the state. I'm just gonna be honest.
I
I've
don't
never really.
even know if I can like seriously pick out where it is.
I don't know that I can
I know
either.
it's like
But
up there and over there somewhere.
and it would be the smallest, one of the smallest.
God,
And the other smallest would be Rhode Island. So I think I can find Rhode Island. So the other tiny one would be Delaware.
context clues.
Context clues. Yeah. See what I did there? Blue ribbon school graduate here.
That's right.
Yeah.
Little high.
Despite its size, though, it played a huge role in early American history. So, more than a million, I'm going to say that again, more than a million businesses are incorporated in the state of Delaware.
Okay.
Who knew, right? So, and this is like many huge corporations too. And it's famous for business friendly laws and courts. So, that's probably why people like to incorporate in the state of Delaware. You
Okay.
know?
Is there state
Um,
slogan like Delaware Incorporated?
it's like Kids Incorporated, but it's Delaware.
Delaware Incorporated.
It's
They pop out of lockers? Is that
They pop out the lockers like when they have laws. It's a whole thing that they do.
it's a whole skit, if you will?
It's a whole skit. So they also are known for their beaches, and you will love this. They're horseshoe crabs. Which are your
Mm.
favorite? So Delaware's beaches apparently attract thousands every summer. I never knew it was like
Okay,
a
so
summer
apparently, context
thing
clue 3, they're on the coast.
on the coast. So every spring, so like now, horseshoe crabs gather along the Delaware Bay, creating one of the largest spawning events in the world. I don't know what a spawn. I mean, I
I
don't.
don't.
I would never.
Why would I want to see that?
I don't know, but if was any of our listeners are into that,
Into that.
Delaware is your destination. Now, here's something I do like about Delaware is that, and it has to be like the biggest perks even for visitors. Delaware has no state sales tax.
Incorporated.
It's incorporated.
See?
So there you go. So there are your fun facts about Delaware, like everything you wanted to know.
Delaware, like a mouse. I'm just gonna make fake tourism commercials for Delaware.
It would be funny if it got picked up like by the tourism board. They're like, "That's funny as
Oh, like
heck."
the Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, baby. Yeah, we're just gonna make TikToks as tourism for Delaware.
For every state.
See if
Somebody
they
will pick it up.
Somebody will.
Because Bojangles sure isn't doing anything with it, so whatever.
So yeah, fine.
Maybe we'll go with the state of Delaware. We'll be Stormy Willow Podcast Incorporated.
There we go.
Moving up.
TM.
TM. All right, let's move on to the haunting, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. And this is not a joke. This is for real. But I'm gonna try to say it with a straight face. Sitting on a pea patch island. Like, what is pea patch island?
What is that?
It reminds me of like where the Cabbage Patch Kids, like it might be like next door to that patch, but anyway.
It makes me think of like the dog pee pads.
It's terrible. Pea patch island.
P-E-A?
Yeah, it's not PEE.
Okay.
To be clear, we're talking like peas.
Okay.
But sitting on Pea Patch Island in the Delaware River, Fort Delaware looks peaceful, but during the American Civil War, it was anything but.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
See, context clue 4, depending on what side they are in the war, I'll know if they're north or south.
Well, we'll get into that. This massive granite fortress served as a Union prison for captured Confederate soldiers.
Ah, they're north.
So, at its peak, the fort held more than 12,000 prisoners who were crammed into overcrowded barracks surrounded by damp marshlands.
Do you know why they were cramped? Because Delaware is the second smallest state.
We're doing the best we can. Like, we're not trying to be inhumane. We only have so much real estate.
Yeah. Why didn't they send them to, like, Texas?
They had to put them in the pea patch. That's the only place they could find the space.
Okay.
It's like, well, I mean, I guess you can use my pea patch.
Here you go. Put them at the Peach Patch Island.
Or, I guess. So, these desolate conditions caused disease to spread quite quickly. And so we had smallpox, dysentery, pneumonia, and it just kind of swept through the pea patch prison population. And I'm going to use that as much as I can. Historians estimate that thousands of prisoners died there, and many were buried in nearby mass graves. So those deaths may explain why the fort has become one of Delaware's most famous paranormal hotspots. Imagine that. Imagine if I went there with my accent, they would probably be like,
Put her on the patch. Put her on Pea Patch.
I'm going into Pea Patch Island, guys. I'm needed. So these deaths explain why the fort has honestly become, they said, it's one of the most famous. So we have visitors and staff there that are reporting footsteps echoing through empty corridors late at night. Cell doors slamming, even when no one is nearby. Phantom coughing and groaning as if sick prisoners are still suffering.
It's just me going up the stairs.
It's just you. It's like, you gonna be all right?
Oh.
It's
Oh,
just a Dell. Fine.
me.
So we have. This is terrible, but we have. I guess they do Civil War reenacting there as well as down here. Like,
Really?
so,
I didn't know.
um,
I did not know people up north did that.
I thought it was. I literally thought it was just like a Southern thing
I
because
really
they
did too.
no idea. So there's another fun fact for you.
Hmm.
So this is kind of fun. Reenactors spent the night there during some historical events, and they have reported also seeing shadow figures standing inside the prison cells, watching them silently before fading away. And they also claim that they felt hands tugging on their uniforms as if someone was trying to get their attention.
Mm-mm.
And you imagine like they're like in the uniforms too, probably all dressed up and like I don't know about that, but oh,
Mm-mm.
we
That's creepy.
also had paranormal investigations, of course, who have recorded unexplained EVPs, including faint voices that sound like soldiers begging for water.
Yikes.
So yeah, not a real fun
Not a real happy
place.
place. Or,
Not
uh,
a place. No, but I mean, I would go. I would go. I mean, I've never been to a pea patch. It's really not even really a pea patch anymore, but I just like that name. It just, I don't know that I can be scared at some place called Pea Patch Island. I just don't know.
the horrifying Pea Patch Island. Like,
But watch it be, but you know what? Watch it be like one of the scariest places in the world. And it's like so downplayed by the name. It's like,
I want Zach Bagans to go there just so he has to say Pea Patch Island.
I know, I thought I couldn't take out the name, but I'm like, how am I going to say this and make it sound creepy? And that's the best I could do, guys. All right. So we're taking a trip down to the governor at Woodburn governor's house, who still hangs around there. So,
Must be a nice house.
well, you know, those damn terms, I mean, they just can't let go. So, we're going to go to downtown Dover. So, there you go. And of course, there's this elegant official residence of Delaware's governor. So, the mansion was built in the late 1700s and had housed many political leaders. But according to staff members, one former resident may never have moved out. And guess who it is?
The governor.
It's probably our long lost resident, John Collins.
Oh, okay, Uncle John.
John, yeah, Johnny. That's not what we would call him.
Yep.
But John served as governor from 1821 until his sudden death the same year. So he didn't really serve long. And so he
So you're
reportedly
saying that
died.
his job killed him.
And so apparently, he died inside the house after becoming severely ill after taking office. Not long after his death, servants began reporting strange events. Now, of course, let's guess what happened here. Heavy footsteps, pacing upstairs late at night, even when the governor's quarters were empty. Over the years, now this is like a years and years of long hauntings. Staff and security personnel have reported doors that open and close by themselves, lights that flicker in rooms when no one's inside, and the sound of a man coughing or clearing his throat in the hallway. So that's like the second time we hear like sickness lingering.
It just makes me. I mean, but what if it's like a person that's just like squatting there?
I don't know.
I'd rather be a ghost.
I would rather it be a ghost. Yeah. So one night, a guard claimed that he heard footsteps coming down the staircase. And so he was expecting to see someone that maybe was just like, you know, late or something. But when he looked up, the staircase was empty and the footsteps kept coming his way. And so some believe Governor Collins remains tied to the house where his life and his time in office ended so abruptly.
Maybe.
Maybe.
And he
Maybe
doesn't
so.
know.
Yeah, it kind of almost seems like maybe it's just kind of like something that just happened very suddenly, and so maybe just like that energy is kind of trapped there,
Yeah, just going about its business.
going about its business. But I love a haunted mansion; it's one of my favorites.
I just like the mansions in general. They're just
Yeah,
fun and
very
historic.
good time.
It's like a
Such a
time
good.
capsule. It's kind of cool.
It really is like a time capsule. And hey, you can talk to even some of the residents. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah, it's great.
Great time. So let's head on down to the outdoors and go to the Screaming Woods of Rockwood Museum and Park. So, another mansion, Rockwood Mansion, which is a beautiful 19th century Gothic revival estate that overlooks the woods outside of Wilmington. Okay, I've heard of Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that one.
Yes. So it was built in the 1850s by a wealthy English merchant named Joseph Shipley. And the estate looks like something from a fairy tale until night falls.
Mm.
Employees and visitors have reported hearing a woman screaming somewhere in the woods. The sound is described as sudden, chilling, and something that, like, they said it sounds like someone is, like, literally in, like, real distress. So, I mean, people were, like, probably calling the police, doing a search thing, everything. So, apparently, this has happened a lot, but people have literally, like, searched the grounds because it sounds so terrifying, and they have never found anyone there.
Hmm.
Now, there are also other strange reports that happen here. We've got a woman in Victorian clothing seen walking near the mansion before disappearing. We have more lights turning on in rooms that were literally just locked, and the feeling of being watched from the upper windows. Now, some believe the spirit may be tied to a tragic romantic story of death that occurred on the property through record, though the records are not clear. So they can't really back up that story, but hearsay. So whatever the cause, the screaming has been heard for decades, and park rangers say it usually happens late at night near the tree line. So it's bad when the park rangers even know about it. Now, this is the one thing. All right, so we're on Delaware, and this is the one thing that I think really blows my mind about every state we've done. We have another phantom hitchhiker. Like, how? So, another phantom hitchhiker. Like, how many phantom hitchhikers? Like, I wonder if there's literally going to be one in every state. It's crazy.
Possibly.
But this occurs on US Route 13. Lucky number 13.
Oh.
So, Delaware's Route 13 has its share of strange roadside legends, but the most persistent is the phantom hitchhiker. So, drivers traveling the lonely stretches of highway late at night report seeing a lone person standing on the side of the road. Usually it's described as a young person, sometimes a woman, but sometimes a teenage boy. I don't know. Of course, the hitchhiker asks for a ride. They climb into the back seat or passenger seat and give a destination nearby, but after several minutes of driving, the driver glances back and the passenger is gone. No doors are open, no sound.
That's creepy.
Empty seats. Now, some versions of the story claim the hitchhiker is the spirit of someone killed in a car accident along Route 13 decades ago.
Was there a very androgynous person?
Others say the ghost disappears when the driver approaches the spot where the crash happened. So who knows? Stories like this are common across America, as we're seeing, but locals swear Delaware's version still happens today. I say, let's just not pick up hitchhikers, period. Let's just not do that. Let's not hitchhike. Let's not pick them up.
Yeah, just probably not.
Let's don't. All right. Just be safe out there, guys. Lock those doors.
Yeah.
Now, we also have a swamp creature, and it's called Selbyville. Not Shelbyville, it's Selbyville. And so, in the wetlands and wooded swamps of southern Delaware, residents tell stories about something large moving through the marsh. Now, they say this creature is 7 to 8 feet tall, covered in dark hair, and walks upright like a human. Witnesses say it gives off a very powerful rotten smell and lets out terrifying screams at night. Now, hunters claim they've seen massive footprints pressed deep into the mud near the swamp trails, but because of the description, many people say it's really not a swamp creature, it's Bigfoot.
Yeah, it sounded kind of Bigfootish.
But they say that sightings in Delaware are rare and they're kind of scattered. So it just makes the legend kind of even stranger, because some locals say that the creature has like lived in these wetlands for generations and it avoids humans and it slips silently through the marshes. But it's just kind of not there's not really been any, I guess, concrete evidence.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Might
Have
be
to
out
see
there.
for yourself.
Now, I absolutely love the name of this. So we're moving on to the dark secrets of Blackbird State Forest. Now, that is a cool name. I do not think it's going to disappoint you.
Yeah.
If you ask paranormal enthusiasts about the creepiest place in Delaware, okay, many will say go to Blackbird State Forest. So during the day, peaceful, filled with hiking trails, wildlife, all of that. But locals say that after dark, the forest just feels completely different. For decades, rumors have circulated that the forest was once used for secret gatherings of occult groups in the 70s and 80s. And so visitors explored the deeper parts of the woods have found things like strange symbols carved into trees, circle of stones or burned ground, and remains of what looks like ritual sites.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little terrified of the woods.
Or because I just feel like it could be wild people in
Yeah,
these cases. Like, what if it's just like a group of wild people?
it could be. Or like, what if it was
No.
just like campers telling ghost stories? It really wasn't
Yeah, it
anything.
could be that too.
Somebody was really inspired by the Midnight Society, guys. That's all it
Yeah,
was.
that's it. And the
Okay,
craft, maybe.
like it's fine. um,
Just living out their
so
90s teen fantasies.
that's it. It was me and Adele. Okay, we just
Okay.
wanted to tell the stories.
We wanted to call the
God.
corners, okay?
Leave us alone. So whether these stories are true or not, the forest has developed a reputation of very strange experiences. Now, night hikers have reported hearing drumming sounds deep in the woods. Again, it's just us. They see dim lights moving between the trees, and they feel as if someone is following them even when no one is there.
Could
So
be a wild person.
it could be a wild person. Now, some campers say they have even heard whispering voices coming from the darkness just beyond like the edge of the campfire light. I don't know. Others say that they've seen shadowy figures watching from the tree line before disappearing. So, either way, I think these stories make it feel extra spooky. And I personally think that the woods and the forest are very spooky. They're very tricky.
Yeah.
It scares me being out like that.
Yeah, like there could be anything out there.
Like the people that like I have friends that like hike the Appalachian trails and stuff, and I'm like, I'm scared.
Good. I'm good for like a little day trip.
Yeah, I'm like, can I stay at the campsite?
Yeah.
Because I think that the woods are scary just in general. It's just you've got all kinds of wildlife, and like, what if there is somebody crazy out there?
Right.
I don't like it, guys. I don't like it at all. Now, Ash, I'm gonna tell you about two of your favorite things built into one. You ready?
In ocean.
And children.
Oh god, I was right.
This is gonna be your most terrifying place in Delaware.
What is this, like what is that, like a wolf lodge?
You're like, no!
The worst place.
These are the ghost children of Woodland Beach. Now, along the shores of the Delaware's Bay sits a quiet coastal community known as Woodland Beach. Now, today is peaceful and scenic, but locals say the shoreline is haunted by the spirits of children who drowned long ago. According to legend, in the late 1800s and early 1900s, the beach was a popular recreation spot. So they had like boats, fishing trips, swimming, all the things that you hate. But the bay is known for strong tides and very dangerous currents, and several tragic accidents reportedly occurred there. And so residents say that on foggy nights, people walking along the beach have heard children laughing in the distance, footsteps running across the sand,
No.
and the faint sound of kids splashing in the water.
That's horrible. That sounds
Yeah,
really creepy.
yeah, for real.
Maybe it's
Especially
Gerald.
what it is Gerald. Gerald has a lot of real estate to cover, and he needs help, like now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, some witnesses say that they have even seen small figures playing near the shoreline, only to watch them vanish when they approach. And one fisherman even reported seeing two children standing ankle deep in the water at night, staring out toward the bay. When he called out to them, they slowly faded into the mist.
Mm. That's pretty
That's
spooky.
that's Adele's like she would like Adele. I feel like you would go like you would hold Annabelle maybe, but this would not be for you. You'd like no.
Yeah.
Huh,
Yeah.
huh.
I'd be more interested in making contact with Annabelle.
You're like I don't hold
I don't
her.
really want to talk to ghost kids.
No, no. But I mean, especially with like their little feet in the sand disappearing, like that's the first time I've heard of a situation like that.
See, most people would be freaked out that they disappeared. I would be like, oh, thank God, they're gone.
Oh God, like yeah. So that is that is that scary little thing. Now we have another blackbird situation happening in Delaware. It's the curse of blackbird, which is it's a Delaware legend of what they call a hanging tree.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Doesn't it? Again, like they're little remnants of the South. I'm feeling in Delaware. I'm like, where is Delaware? So near the small community of Blackbird, that's actually the community's name, is one of Delaware's darkest local legends. Now, according to folklore, centuries ago, a man accused of murder was hanged from a tree along the old road. Again, like this is like southern lore all around it. So I feel like most of our lore starts that way. Now, before he died, the man allegedly placed a curse on the land and the people who condemned him. So I'm feeling some like hocus pocus
Yeah.
situations here. So over time, the story evolved into one of Delaware's strangest paranormal tales. Drivers traveling near the area late at night have reported seeing a shadowy figure hanging from a tree branch, hearing creaking rope sounds in the wind, and then feeling sudden overwhelming dread while passing through the area. Some say that if you stop your car near the supposed site and turn off the engine, you might hear the sound of footsteps circling the vehicle. But when you look outside, the road is empty.
Mm, that's pretty dark.
That is very dark. So, whether the legend is rooted in history or if it's just folklore, locals have passed this story down for generations. So, it's definitely like I could see like a bunch of teenagers, you and me, going to check it out. We'll be right there with you. So, Delaware may be the second smallest state in America, but its paranormal legends are anything but small. I mean, haunted prisons, phantom hitchhikers, screaming spirits in the woods, and ghostly children wandering the shorelines. It just goes to show sometimes the smallest places have the biggest mysteries. And that is Delaware, my friends.
Wow.
What a ride. Who knew?
Delaware.
Delaware.
The Alabama of the North.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised. Like, Delaware. Oh man. Well, that's Delaware for you, friends. I wonder have any of our listeners gone to Delaware if they've had any experiences there.
Yeah. We're
I don't
seeing
know.
a Civil War reenactment.
Yeah, I wonder how different it is. Like we should go to a southern one and a northern one and compare. That would be kind
Yeah.
of funny.
I feel like the Southern one's going to be way more theatrical.
Yeah, for sure.
Or
We gotta
maybe,
go.
yeah.
We gotta go.
You gotta check.
But we'll compare notes and let you know. We'll get back. We'll report back. We'll be live in the field.
Why not? We're about to have another one anyway.
Why not? Oh gosh. Well, thank you so much for joining us as we go on this adventure through the states. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave and please follow. Don't leave. Stay. We want you to stay. Please follow and leave a review. It helps other listeners like you find the show. Until next time, stay safe
Stay curious.
and never trust
The living.
Don't do it. Please don't pick up hitchhikers.
Living or ghostly. Just
Don't
don't.
do it. Lock your doors. Be safe. Be kind.
Protect yourself
Yes.
before you wreck yourself.
Safe.